Forex market situation update, ladies and gents. Welcome back. Wednesday morning today. We're looking at the dollar versus the Canadian because we're very much involved here, guys. We got in 2 days ago when price had come back, pretty much came back from the dead, right? Because at the beginning, we noticed that it was starting to slip away by crossing below 26.28 here. We knew this was an important support level, so we were a little bit suspicious about that breakdown, and we just kept an eye on the situation. A couple of days later, price was already back inside. Now, when it came back inside, by the way, it did that in a couple of days, right? 2 days, pretty strong days. And you can see here, when price was roughly around here, again, a couple of days ago, we pulled the trigger. We figured that price is back on the move, basically. It wasn't a real breakdown. It was a false breakdown, and if that's the case, then we should see price keep pushing forward until it hits 28.74 here. It's almost 28.75, I can call it, and possibly the previous high. I mean the previous major high in this particular formation. So we're talking about 29.50 right there. Right, that's the potential. We're talking short-term perspective here. So we got in, but the following couple of days, which was basically yesterday and the day before, went straight against us. Right, which is kind of expected, to be honest, because those 2 days that got the dollar Canadian back in the range here, back inside that key level system, were that was a move that was kind of inviting a bit of a technical correction. So I think we got it in the last couple of days here. But here's the interesting part, because clearly 26.28, that's our main point of reference here. That's where we planned everything around that level. So when price was pulling back in the last couple of days here, and yesterday it actually reached that 26.28, and take a look what happened, right? So obviously price is acknowledging 26.28 now as an important support, even though it didn't pay much respect to that level of about a week ago when it was breaking down, right? So, but this is pretty good news for us. It's pretty encouraging to see that 26.28 is a stiff support, and it seems to be holding. It completely pushed back on price action yesterday. Now, this was our original stop loss level, 25.80. Right, and we're committed to that stop loss level. We're not going to change. We're not going to modify it. We're not going to change it. It's gonna remain here in place. So we might get stopped out with a vicious spike. I mean, we were pretty close to get stopped out yesterday. Take a look how close we were to get stopped out. 25.98. That's the lowest low. So 18 pips. That's what separated us from getting stopped out. Now, this is actually a good situation if price will start to turn around. I mean, unless, of course, it's going to break down eventually. That's not a good situation. But right now, it looks like price is about to turn around after hitting that 26.28. Now, all we need is a positive day. It can be today. It should, well, preferably today. But it could also be tomorrow, unless, of course, it's going to cross below 26.28. And then what we would like to do, of course, is double down. Is pull the trigger the second time when price begins to move away from that bottom support here, right? So we can increase the position in the best spot possible for us, So later on, hopefully, price will gain some momentum, cross the obstacle of 27.44, which it couldn't. It wasn't successful breaking through that level last time it engaged, right, 3 days ago. But this time, a second attempt, pretty sure it's going to be successful, and then we can load up that position and until we hit that target, 28.75. It's not a big move, like I said. short-term perspective. That's what we're dealing here with. All right, guys, that's about that. Dollar Canadian, interesting story we got on this one. We'll definitely follow up on the situation. Yeah, follow us with the next video. It's going to be super interesting. We're going to tackle Wall Street and more specifically the NASDAQ. So see you then. Cheers.